EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Wilson going to come out throwing. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Throwing is Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Normally he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Wilson wants a different look. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Play action. Now Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the sideline he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin, 64 yards. And the Steelers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so this is going to be whistled dead, and the ball's going to be placed up at the 40-yard line. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing. Love. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Hey, go Peter. Black Ultra. Check smash. Ready?
Love to throw for it on 4th. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And
I ain't even blitzed. That was regular man coverage.
Wilson. Packer pressure, and down he goes. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. And now an audible here into something else. Here's Wilson. Over the middle, and there's a diamond catch. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Now it's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Here comes third and about a foot.
12.
Here's Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Darnell Washington, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27.
Down. Ultra.
Love looking to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And his crew will take off.
Yeah, he had enough. I already know that was gonna be an easy one. I could tell like he wasn't playing his defenders. I already know that was gonna be an easy W. Let's get to the next. We'll play about we'll play about 6 matches, something like that. So I was our first one down. Like I said, I knew that was gonna be an easy dub. He was pretty trash. He had no D. Not on offense. Let's get to the next one.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And off we go from Tampa. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They run again with Dowdle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Getting to him for the loss there, that's Kalijah Kancey. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Prescott to throw it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Flush to his right. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. To throw is Prescott. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Throwing, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And the Bucs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time.
Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Mayfield looks to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
Hey, on 133.
Now Mayfield. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Cade Otton there to make the grab. And the Bucs go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Quick throw there is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks, 87 yards. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll make our score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Now a 2nd and 10. Baker changing the play at the line. Mayfield to throw it. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Cowboys are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much, because as you noted, things change. Now they got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Throwing, Prescott. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. To the air again, Prescott. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Rico Dowdle. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
He gets it to Cooks. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb. As the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is now 21-14. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in the
touchdown, Tampa Bay. Sterling Shepard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And a pretty poor kick here. It doesn't make it to the landing zone. And that means they'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Prescott now. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's got this down to the 35. So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now Baker going to change it up. Mayfield now. And that's complete to Shepard. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Mayfield. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. But Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. This now a 3rd and 4. Now Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Prescott to throw on 4th. That is caught on the move past the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Prescott yet again. Steps away. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jalen Tolbert from 19 yards away. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Aubrey Good with a PAT, and we are all tied at 28. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball is going to come out to the 40. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. On the run, it's Dowdle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 10. A running play. It's Dowdle. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he'll just get rid of it.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Prescott. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 20-yard line. They'll throw again. Prescott. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And his throw is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Cowboys are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Dowdle trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. They run here with Dowdle.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Rico Dowdle, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Pass complete to Shepard.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
He completes it to Evans. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Here's 1st down. Mayfield going to switch things up here. Mayfield.
Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here's Baker.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Mayfield.
On the move to his left. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Mayfield to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Now Mayfield. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown, and forget overtime. Barring a miracle, they're going to win this thing in regulation.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so this is going to be whistled dead. And the ball's going to be placed up at the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Dak.
He's going to let it fly. And this one is incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, here's your ball game. 1 second to play.
One last shot now for Prescott. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. And off we go from Denver. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Right to the air goes Nix. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game, and it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
This one swung out to Williams. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Yeah, looks like they'll move things around here. To throw is Nix. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Nix to the air. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And running with the ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Throwing Nix. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack there by Roquan Smith. To throw, here's Nix. Under pressure, they got him again. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now it's Nix. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even giving up the defensive touchdown.
He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Jackson. Steps away to his left. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Now Jackson going to shift him around. A first down carry for Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. To throw is Jackson. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First target, first catch at a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Again, Jackson. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Zay Flowers, 34 yards. And the Ravens post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive, he burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Nix. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Nix. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Nix to throw again. Forced out to his left. That'll be caught right side by the rookie receiver. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. First target, first catch at a first down. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Nix looking to throw again. And this pass broken up. Now the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Now Lamar changing the look. Now it's Jackson. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way to the opposite 48. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Running from the gun with Henry. He'll take this to the 46. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's a 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 46 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Back to throw. Nix. Oh, and that is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be...
They've got his man complete. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Cortland Sutton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And a pretty poor kick here. It doesn't make it to the landing zone. And that means they'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
You change it.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Looking deep here for Flowers. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Here's Jackson to throw. Being chased down left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bonito. He's the one who runs him down, and my goodness, that is just a disastrous loss for this offense. On second and a long way to go. Jackson That's caught. It's Flowers. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the right side, he's got Vele. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Well, he tries to... And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
At the 50-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Hey, middle.
Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, 49 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To throw is Nix. Buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll air this one out from Mims. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
They're going. It's Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now they'll shift things around. On play action, here's Nix. Out to his left. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
On gain of 9, brings up 3rd and 1.
Back to the air with Nix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flushed out right. That is caught. And just shutting him off there. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun is Nix. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. Into the hands of his receiver, Humphrey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing Nix. Rolling to his left. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. After the interception, here's Jackson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. To the 20. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Jackson.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
No, we changed it. Hey, report. Report. Right on.
To throw again is Jackson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Nelson Agholor. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps.
He's got him in, complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's Nix. Dancing to his left. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 2nd down and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. Now it's Nix. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. It's complete. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Zay Flowers, 41 yards. And the Ravens are able to add on to that lead. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick. To bring that return to an abrupt halt. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And Hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be? And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
To throw, here's Nix. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Steps away to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Nix to the air. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Looking to throw. Nix, flush to his right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the press. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They